Hello everyone and welcome back to another quick weather update. Tonight we're going to start off by looking at the convective outlooks. So for day one, which is tonight, as of 9:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have a marginal risk in northeastern Texas right there. And we also have a marginal risk in the Florida Peninsula right here. And with the marginal risk in Texas, all we have is a 5% hail risk with that, and we do not have a wind risk or a tornado risk with that. But if we move to the marginal risk in Florida right here, we have a 5% hail risk with that, mostly in central Florida right there. A wind risk, which is basically most of the marginal risk. And we also have a 2% tornado risk with this, which is pretty much where that marginal risk is as well. So if we look where that marginal risk was in Texas, this was at 6:50 p.m. Central Standard Time earlier today. You could see some of these storms developing into near Dallas there, and these have pretty much begun to weaken over this last couple of hours, and there's really nothing out there now, and they've weakened, and there's really no precipitation out there at the moment. But that marginal risk will still stay up for any storms that can get going in this area right here. So now looking at the radar scan in Florida, we have this long line of storms, which is an MCS, and this line has been pretty much moving east, and this will go into Florida over the next couple of hours. But this will be responsible for that 2% tornado risk, that 5% wind risk, and that 5% hail risk in Florida over the next couple of hours. On the 0Z we have our MCS right here, and this line of storms will move east over the next couple of hours. And as I said earlier, this is the reason behind our 2% tornado risk, as well as a 5% wind risk and the 5% hail risk with that. And as we get some of these stronger storms over Florida, you'll definitely see that potential for a tornado or two, just a brief one, and that wind risk as well as that hail risk for sure. But this will pretty much move out of Florida by late tonight into early tomorrow on Wednesday. And then as you see these other storms forming over Florida tomorrow, we'll talk about that in just a second. So for tomorrow, Wednesday, March the 6th, we have a marginal risk in Texas right here, as well as a marginal risk in Florida right here. And also with that marginal risk in Texas, we have a 5% hail risk right there. And then in Florida as well, we also have a 5% hail risk. And then if we look at the wind risk, we have a 5% wind risk tomorrow in Texas as well, and also with that 5% wind risk in Florida. But with both of these risks right here, we do not have a tornado risk with this at this time. So for tomorrow on Wednesday, with that marginal risk in Texas, we have some of those storms beginning to form late tomorrow evening across northeast Texas and central Texas right there. And this cluster of storms will begin to strengthen a little bit late tomorrow evening, and then they'll begin to weaken as the sun sets tomorrow and they lose that instability. But they will continue to stay strong over the late hours tomorrow into the early hours on Thursday. So now looking at Wednesday's severe weather risk in Florida, we have some storms beginning to form as early as 6, 7, and 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. And you have these storms pretty much through north central Florida all the way to southern Florida, and just scattered storms in general. And these will continue to move east and develop into eastern Florida right there, and they'll pretty much be gone by late tomorrow night into early on Thursday. So that's going to wrap up tonight's video. I know it was pretty short, but I was trying to give a quick little briefing about the weather and the severe weather in Texas and Florida. But I will try to make another video tomorrow, and I'll try to do the same exact thing and just break down radar real quick and break down the HRRR and maybe the NAM as well. And then I may even talk about the severe weather, the major severe weather threat over the next couple of days, all the way until Friday, we'll have severe weather possible. But I really appreciate all of y'all watching, and I hope y'all have a great night.